More firefighting help from abroad. Hundreds of out-of-control wildfires continue to rage across Canada today, with 430 active fires, according to the Canadian Interagency Forest Fire Centre. More than half of them are out of control. Meanwhile, millions of people in North America have been advised to wear masks outdoors due to poor air quality levels from the smoke. In New York today, the city is registering the worst air quality in the world. The smoke is also expected to reach as far as Norway today. The United States, in response, has sent hundreds of firefighters, and White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says the president has offered whatever additional help Canada needs.
Our team here at the White House is in touch with the Government of Canada. We have already deployed over 600 U.S. firefighters and personnel, as well as equipment like water bombers to help Canada battle the fires.
There are now nearly 1,000 firefighters from the United States, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa helping to battle the blazes. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on Twitter last night thanked President Biden for his critical support. He also blamed the historic start to wildfire season on climate change, saying, quote, "We'll keep working here at home and with partners around the world to tackle climate change and address its impacts." Meanwhile, the front page of the New York Post today says to blame Canada for what it's calling the apocalypse. Joining me now from Washington is Jaelith Hall-Rivera, the U.S. Forest Service Deputy Chief of State and Private Forestry. Jaelith, thanks so much for taking the time and for being there. This is absolutely a huge story here in Canada. There are, in all, 1,000 firefighters that have come from outside of our country, 600 from the United States. Is that enough, from what you can see about what's going on here? Would that seem to you to be enough help for what Canada is going through?
Yeah, well, thank you for that question. And I just want to say, first of all, that we're happy to be there supporting you all. We are partners. We've been partners for over 50 years in the wildfire space, and Canada has helped us many, many times. So we are happy to return the favor and for it to be our turn to send resources there. We have some requests in even now for more resources to go to Quebec in particular, and we're working to fill those. But I would suspect that we are going to continue to get requests in. I think you all are going to need some more support and some more personnel there, and we're going to work through and fill those as best we can.
Tell us, what kind of tools, of planes or firefighting tools, are your firefighters coming to Canada with?
We've sent mostly what I would say are ground-based forces, so people that are out there on the fire line doing that work. Those are the folks that we have sent now. We have sent some equipment as well, and I would expect that we may be seeing some additional requests for, say, aircraft. I would expect those to be coming in as well.
Today, your president, Joe Biden, spoke of an interagency fire response center. So give us an idea of what is this agency and how is it working? How is it deployed?
Well, as we're seeing right now, fire doesn't know any boundaries, right? And that's certainly true between Canada and the U.S. right now, and it's true throughout the United States as well. So we have an interagency fire center in Boise, Idaho. We have representatives from the USDA Forest Service, the Department of the Interior, our state forestry agencies, U.S. Fire Administration, and others there. They work together to prioritize all of our resources in the country and move them around, especially when we have a very busy fire season. In the situation like now, where we are providing support to Canada, that is centered out of the National Interagency Fire Center in Boise, Idaho.
When you look at what's going on in Canada, these forest fires are unprecedented. They're historic. It's early in the season. What did you think when you first started seeing this? Were you going, oh, this may be happening in the United States eventually?
Yes. Yeah, we certainly have some concern that we'll see this this lack of moisture and drying out, especially in parts of our western United States. And we're seeing that potential actually even in some of our eastern and upper northeastern states, which is a little unusual for us. We do have predictive services, which is also part of our interagency center in Boise. They put out a map every month, and that just came out in June. And we're seeing those hotter, drier conditions across some parts of the West, the upper Midwest and the Northeast right now. So we expect we will see some of this, some of what you all are experiencing here in Canada. I don't think it will be as widespread or unprecedented as what you all are currently experiencing, though.
So, you know, here, it's the worst fire season ever, and also probably one of the earliest, but some environmentalists are already saying this will be the new normal. Is that what you're seeing, or is that something that you fear over there?
Yes, that is something that we get concerned about. With the impacts of climate change, we are in a new normal. We're in a new normal everywhere in North America and frankly, globally when it comes to fire. We have longer fire seasons. In fact, in the US, we've just started calling it a fire year. We have fires almost every month of the year here, and they are larger, more difficult to control, and stay on the landscape longer. So yes, we are in a new normal, and we have to all work together to make sure that we can manage our forests so that we can get them to a place where this is not our new normal, where they can accept fire in a healthier way.
Okay, so some, you know, of the smoke has reached parts of the United States. I'm thinking of New York, you know, where the mayor of New York is actually giving people N95 masks, and, you know, Washington, D.C. as well, and parts of New Jersey. When you see this, have you ever seen this before?
I have not ever seen this before. I personally live in Washington, D.C., so I am experiencing this right now. I have not seen this level of impact on the eastern seaboard. But let me just say, we have impacts like this in our western United States and some of our larger cities like Seattle, Washington, Denver, Colorado, Salt Lake City, Utah, Missoula, Montana. They may see air quality like this for weeks at a time in the summer in the West. So it's not unheard of. It's just almost never an impact on the northeastern United States or on the eastern seaboard like this.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a season. Jaelith Hall-Rivera, the U.S. Forest Service Deputy Chief of State and Private Forestry, thanks